Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy.
We give you the courtesy of conversation.
That's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm Dmac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. So it looks like we're losing some more rights here as Americans.
What you mean?
Well, I'm just saying, man, I didn't realize how much our country was run by another foreign national country.
Oh, man, it's crazy, man. I've been watching that all over the news, man. I've never seen like both sides run out to support something so quickly, man. Like we couldn't even get a border deal.
No, we couldn't get a assault weapons ban. We couldn't get a vote for black folks or Voting Rights Act.
We can't even get votes for regular people to, for things that everyday Americans need.
We can't even get lower gas prices.
It's crazy. I mean, but they can't agree on nothing. But they quickly agreed that protesting the murder of over 35,000 people, if not more, in 6 months is a problem. That they agreed that us speaking out about that or protesting about that anywhere is a problem.
They think any college kids, because they are kids, protesting about the murder of innocent women and civilians is wrong. They sending out the police to beat their ass. Man,
you should have seen them. They came in like, you see the vehicle they used in New York?
Nah,
I ain't never seen nothing like it. It's like a military grade vehicle. It's huge, and it had like a ladder on the top. They couldn't wait to use this thing. The reason why they probably used it was because it's been sitting there after they spent all this money, all this time for. It's like for a military type action, man. That's what it looked like for real. Looked like a Brinks truck, but like a bus-sized Brinks truck, but bigger than that. It's just crazy as hell. But let me give some context to this, man. This is what people are really protesting here. In the Vietnam War, which lasted from I think 1955 to like 1975, America sent over 500,000 troops. Over 500,000 troops went into Vietnam. 58,000 of them died. That's over a 20-year period of time. I'm not sure if we were in the war that long, but that's over a 20-year period of time that they died. These people have killed 35,000 people in 6 months, man. We were mad then. Think about that, man. We were in Afghanistan for how long? I think 10,000 Americans died. Iraq, 10,000 in the whole Iraq Afghanistan war. These people have killed 35,000 people that we know about.
And they're still finding mass graves in hospitals that they've bombed.
Man, hospitals. Kids are dying. A baby just died the other day. A couple kids, man. This is crazy.
And
man.
Now they're telling us in America that we can't say nothing about what another country is doing.
Are you anti-Semitic? Or you are basically, I mean, they love to say, oh, well, they don't even want us to have DEI. You know what I mean? Diversity, inclusion, and was it DEI?
DEI, diversity, equity, and equality, and inclusion.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But they don't even want us to have that in universities. Not that we even have to know what it is. We understand it's diversity issues. We all know there is in this country, but they all ran together as quick as they could to come to the aid of someone who's putting money in their pockets, which is AIPAC. AIPAC is a lobby, a Jewish lobby that puts money in all of these. I think it was $89 million that they split up amongst our politicians last year. They don't care who it is. They just understand what they have to do. They have an agenda, which I'm not mad at them for having an agenda. I'm not even mad at them for having a PAC that does this, that lobbies our people and does this. But I'm angry with our politicians for allowing so much foreign influence. We see who runs America, man. I'm watching Morning Joe, and I barely ever watch that show. It's a show on MSNBC, Morning Joe. It's him and Nika and some other guy who, and this dude's like, they're like, oh, TikTok is telling our kids. No, man, 35,000 people.
We're seeing the videos of the people getting blown up and shot and killed.
It's crazy, man.
There's nothing, you can't hide that from the youth. The youth are like, stop the genocide. And you're like,
they don't understand.
You're being, if you can't call, that's crazy. If you pass this law, they can do anything they want. They can kill our own kids. Whatever happened to them tunnels under New York?
Man, they've killed American soldiers before. Yes, I think it was in the 1960s or something like that. But they've killed a Jewish warship. I mean, it has blown up American ship before. This is all documented stuff. This has happened. We're not against Jewish people, and it's crazy that we even have to keep saying that, because no one's, like I said, people don't walk around hating Jewish people. We know who people hate in this country, and it's talked about, and it's a very well documented thing. And it's not Jewish people. We don't really have a problem with it. We didn't have a Holocaust here. We didn't do that. So for us to speak out about something that's not going on here means we care about it.
That's crazy how I know, and they make you learn about the Holocaust in school. I know more about the Holocaust than I knew about slavery in school.
Crazy, man.
It's crazy. And what's the name? Kitty Toucher Matt Gaetz said, anti-Semitism is wrong. But this legislation is written without regards for the Constitution, common sense, or even the common understanding of the meaning of the word. The gospel itself would meet the definition of anti-Semitism under this new term of this bill.
It's crazy, man. And this is because they rushed to aid these.
And it's already passed the House. Folks, listen to this. You didn't even hear about this until we told you about it.
I didn't even hear about it till just a little bit. I mean, till today, basically.
Yeah.
And they this is how quickly they got it done. They went to, I've never seen that. Like I said, Speaker of the House, go to a university, stand on the steps of the university and tell everybody, you better be lucky that you even have enjoy your freedom of speech. You know what I mean? Like these people are crazy, man. And what they've done, did you see in California? In California, I can't remember what university it was
UCLA, they closed the whole school down.
Okay, but they had like one of the schools, they had like where they had a solidarity encampment. Then they had people who were pro-Israeli, which I've never seen. Who are you talking about? Who was it? A bunch of Jewish kids? I don't know, but it could have been some regular people too, saying like, but they went in there and they clashed. Like, this is the first time I've seen anyone other than the police get aggressive with them, but they clashed with the solidarity students. I mean, really getting aggressive with them. A bunch of big kids. Who do you think hired them? They talk about Soros hiring were the ones who put together the solidarity encampments. Who do you think hired these kids? Who do you really think hired them?
And you can see which news coverage and which news station wants to tell the truth and which one is paid for. Because if they're paid for, they're saying, "Oh, these kids are being pro Hamas." I ain't never seen no kids say pro Hamas. No, they're watching you kill innocent women and children and starving them out.
We didn't even know who Hamas was until all this happened. A lot of us didn't. I'm not, you know what I mean? The novices didn't know who Hamas was. How are you pro something when you don't even know what it is?
I mean, Kanye West told you all. He showed you who runs, and they can take everything from you, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take your freedom of speech from you.
Yep.
To the point where you can't even say. I mean, like they said, you can't. They're going to have to ban the Bible soon.
That's the First Amendment: your freedom of speech and your right to peacefully assemble. That is your First Amendment right of the Constitution. They are now there, and they're even talking about putting in like independent, anti-Semitic, federally funded person inside of universities to monitor this. But you cannot have. But they want to talk about critical race theory and talk about all this other stuff. But as soon as something happens, a kid got poked in the eye with a flag. Was it an accident? Let's see it. I'm not trying to say that's good, but was it a literal thing where someone came to come poke him in the eye, or did it just happen? Things happen when you have a protest and everyone's really hot on each side.
But I'm saying, hey, now at this point, you're going to have to do it for all religions. You can't just do it for Jewish religion. You have to do it for the Muslim faith, the Christian faith, and a satanic faith.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, it's just when we see who runs things in this country.
Yeah, it's actually pretty eye-opening and shocking.
To watch it happen and play out in real time, man, it just, I'm like, wow.
Think about it, to the fact you're probably you can get in trouble for talking bad about a different foreign country. People that done a country that's not even here that we give money to, you can probably go to jail for saying.
Lose your job. They're trying to make these people are crazy. You guys don't remember when, I can't remember his name right now. He's a very, very well-funded Wall Street guy. He came out and he said, give us all the names of the kids who spoke out about this. And this is why I think they're even arresting them. Really, a lot of time. I think this is why they're going in and taking a lot of these kids out so they can have their names. So later on down the line, they can persecute them and make sure
stop them from getting jobs and stop them from
Bill Ackman. That was his name. Bill Ackman. Look him up. He said this. He came out and he said, give us all the names. This is what these people think that they can do, but they can't because they run this country, man. We just gave them $16 billion, I think up to $26 billion. Who do you think is going to pay for the reconstruction of Gaza? Now they're talking about, I heard that they said, I don't know if this is true or not. You know what I mean? So I probably need to do more research, but they said something about sending some of the, displacing like some of the displaced Palestinians to America, which I don't think they should do. Keep them in their home country. And it's not because I don't want them here. It's because
they're going to take that land and never give it back to them.
They don't want to leave. They want to stay where this is where they were born. This is where they come from. And so, but yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I don't want to harp on this too long, but
it kind of makes you think, man. I mean, like, what are we voting for? This is a major thing. Like, you going to take away my freedom of speech? What's next?
And both sides are complicit in this, man. I watched a Republican and a Democrat House members come up and say, and this is what they were talking about the entire time, like, well, they shouldn't have any right to. This was all anti-Semitic, and they keep on using that word, and it's getting to the point where it's just losing its potency.
It never had a potency. They say that anytime you try to criticize them, they're like, oh well, yeah, we're killing 30,000 kids. That's anti-Semitic. What, for calling you out on the evils you do in the world?
Yep. I've never seen us do this to anybody else. I remember when France was against us for when we were going into Afghanistan and Iraq or whatever, and we wanted to ban French fries. We didn't want to. People talked about them. We had no problem. People talk about anyone else. We don't have a problem.
You could be pro-Russian. You could be pro-Ukraine. Nobody cares.
And nobody's going to run to the house and create a bill to stop that. Period. They're not going to. You look at the people. It's just crazy, bro.
I will not be ruled by a foreign country. Not at all. Not in America.
We already are, man. We already are. Our media is ruled by them. This dude was like, these kids probably don't know the history of Hamas and Israel, and they probably don't even know about something Antifada. So I'm like, man, nobody care about, you know what I mean? Like, you just because you're 85 years old, I'm not knocking people for being older. You know what I'm saying? You know about something that happened a long time ago, and these people are seeing what's happening in real time.
What's happening right now.
You know what I mean? Like, who cares? That's what dude on Morning Joe said. He just said, I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow, bro, you guys are bought. You know what I mean? Bought by the Israeli lobby, period, plain and simple. And not all Israelis feel this way. It's just the people who they have in power, just like in our country. The people we have in power are the ones that's fucking shit up for everybody.
Speaking of the people that we have in power, I don't want to get off subject, but I do want to get off subject. I don't think I'll ever vote for another Democrat a day in my life. Because right now, the Democrats are trying to ban menthol cigarettes. And they're trying to, and they're doing something funny, y'all. They're waiting until next March to ban it. They put it off until next March. I'm like, so after the election's over, huh? You gonna wait till after Black History Month to be like, hey, guess what, Blackie? No more cool smokes for you.
Do we know that menthol cigarettes are like the worst?
So check it out. Okay, menthol cigarettes are the worst cigarettes ever, but all cigarettes are bad. You ain't banning all the cigarettes, nah. Just the ones we smoke so we don't get wild on you, huh?
Man, I mean, they got I've heard they have fiberglass, all kind of stuff in those.
And they ain't gotta mean nothing. You should ban all cigarettes. You just don't ban the ones. Hey, it took the black vote to say to Democrats, and he's been trying to do this since he got into office.
He's trying to save some lives.
He ain't trying. You want to save some lives? Then pass a bill like you're doing for the Jewish people. Pass a bill. Pass an anti-black hate bill. You don't want to do that. You don't want to. Hey, Joe Biden, we want you to pass a bill so the police won't kill us for nothing. Hey, now I got something better for you. No more Newports, niggas.
Jesus Christ.
What the hell? This is not even a priority. I'm about to lose my First Amendment speech, right? And I got to smoke a Hardy Marlboro to think about my life? Nah, bro. I smoke Newport short menthol, all right? Hey, I'm an avid smoker since the age of 13.
I'm going to say right now, I am not against banning cigarettes, man. I have no...
They're going to wait till March after Black History Month. Kiss my blackness.
At all, man. Cigarettes are not good for us. They are a known killer.
Ban alcohol. Ban marijuana. Ban pantsuits. Ban wine.
Marijuana's not bad for you.
You know what? You should ban bars. You should ban fast food. You should ban gasoline, exhaust coming out of the back of car. Ban it all. Nothing here in America is good for you. So, but you want to mess with the one thing that black people like. Menthol cigarettes.
We're not going to say black people like, but I understand what you
mean.
Black
folks love menthol cigarettes.
I understand what you mean. I don't mess with
I leave Popeyes. What am I smoking? Menthol cigarette. I'm out with my partners. We jamming. We listen to Cool the Gang. What am I smoking? Menthol cigarettes. Everything in America is bad for you. People should stay out the ocean. You want to know why? Because the salt water and the chlorine is bad for you. You know people shouldn't be on roller skates. You might scrape your knee. It's bad for you.
You know what else is bad for you right now, man? Having to pay $9,000 for violating the gag order. That's also bad for you.
Is Donald Trump going to ban menthol cigarettes? Because if he won't,
he's ready to vote for Trump.
Hey, I'd rather vote for an open racist than a quiet racist.
Hey,
Joe Biden is a sneaky racist.
Jesus, I can't.
At least Trump's up front with it. He's like, hey, I don't like you blackies, but you can keep your menthols. You're going to need them.
Judge Juan Merchan fined Donald Trump $9,000 on Tuesday for contempt of court for violating the gag order 9 times by publicly attacking witnesses and jurors in his hush money criminal trial. Merchan warned future violations could result in jail time for the former president. Later on Tuesday, Keith Davidson, the lawyer who represented Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal, testified during Trump's criminal trial about his dealings with Trump's attorney, Michael Cohen. Prosecutors showed jurors the wire transfer authorization form Cohen used to send $130,000 to Davidson on October 27, 2016, to prevent Daniels from going public about her affair with Trump before his 2016 election.
A $9,000 slap on the wrist. He pays that much on OnlyFans.
He told him from the beginning that he was going to send him to jail. And then he just, because, you know what I mean? It's almost like he's like, I don't want to send you to jail. If that was one of us, we going to jail. I'm not trying to say if it's
bro. We would have went to jail the first time.
We'd have been in jail because they had to make sure our bond was
the first time. Picture in the front page of the paper, looking all messed up. No, they would have had the perp walk like they did Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh yeah, they had him. They had him
out there, perp walking and everything. Wasn't even charged with that. Just perp walked him.
Hey, but I gotta say,
$9,000 for that. And then he came out there, kept talking mess.
$9,000 is nothing. But at the same
then he
time,
came out. I'm saying he came out after that and was still talking crap about the judge. He's like, you ain't gonna do nothing.
I mean, he's pretty much telling the truth. He's not. I mean, he showed you that he told him Future could result in arrest, but no one wants to. Fully. Or he's been arrested once, that we know of. In
throw him in jail. I bet he shut up then.
In Georgia, I know they arrested him there, but nobody wants to put the former president of the United States in jail, man. Nobody does. He's like, man, just listen to what I'm trying to tell you. But dude is just gonna force us.
Hold on. You say that right, but if the shoe was on the other foot, and Donald Trump was president, and Joe Biden was in there, he'd be screaming for, why aren't you locking him up? He's messed up the gag order.
I know. I understand as far as like from the top. I mean, I'm sure Joe Biden would love to see Donald Trump get stuck in jail right now.
I would like to see Donald Trump go to jail for 2 days.
I mean, honestly, he might
come out with a tattoo though.
We're gonna be real here. Everybody needs to be honest with themselves. I swear I have a really good friend of mine. We argue all of these so stupid things. Tattoo to do like what was that movie with Kevin Hart?
Get hard. Get hard.
But I got a good friend of mine, right? We talk about this all the time. He is like adamant, man. Like, I'm like, he broke the law. He cited insurrection. This is that. We got all the proof that he did this. And he also had fake electorates. All like, he was like, they wasn't fake. Basically, he's like saying that like the states can elect different electors if they feel like if they feel like it's been a rigged election, something crazy. I hadn't heard about it before, but he might be right. I don't know.
No, that's why in Arizona the fake electors are getting prosecuted,
just like in Michigan, just like everywhere.
So
else,
I guess you can't do it.
I don't think you can either. But that's going to be.
I mean, if you would have got away with it, I'm saying if you would have got away with it, you could have done whatever you wanted to.
But they're very, very serious about that. The insurrection was not an insurrection. I got people on the page saying that. We got people on the page saying this.
No, it was treason.
Not insurrection.
It was treason.
You know what I mean? And they're very, very, very serious about this.
They're really nice about the word. They say insurrection. It was called treason.
Man.
You tried to overthrow the United States of America.
Yep. And like
you tried to overthrow
the United States of America, man.
And stop the transition of power and to make a dictator in the United States. It's called treason. There's nothing else you can say around that. It's a treasonous act. You did an act against the United States. Excuse me, y'all. I got the sickness.
Yes, he does. I'm trying not to get it myself. But I understand.
Tell us more, Wesley.
No, but I understand where you're coming from, man. When it comes to this right here, because at the end of the day, man, anybody else would be locked up behind. But we all know this. There wouldn't be a $9,000. And if you do it again, you're cooking. Nah, bro.
You'd be locked up. They'd be releasing the tapes of you on the phone. Come on, man. I know you can. You can't keep me in here.
Hey, like they got on Young Thug, him and his girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. On the phone and stuff. You know what I mean? They have all those out there, just like they got the dudes in Chicago. They be
like, Trump, you gonna do that dance in the cell, ain't you? Little dance where you take your hands like this. Take your hands.
And people will be protecting him, man. If it is what happened, man, they'll definitely be protecting Donald Trump, man. But yeah,
he'd be like, call Kanye. I know he know a couple people.
No, definitely, man. I think so as well. But also in Haiti, man, you hear about what's going on in Haiti?
Nah, tell us about that.
Man, okay. Haiti's new ruling unelected transitional council has picked Fritz Belazaire. I can't pronounce his name exactly. Belazaire to be the country's new prime minister. His appointment surprised many in Haiti. Some members of the transitional council admit they didn't even know who he is. Belazaire has served as Haiti's sports minister from 2006 to 2011. Meanwhile, leaders of some of Haiti's most powerful armed groups are demanding a greater role in Haiti's transitional government. Over the weekend, Jimmy Cherizier, who is also known as Barbecue, said, either we all are at the table or the table gets destroyed with all of us. And I think he means that.
I feel that.
Barbecue is serious about it. You know what I mean?
I tell people that in America.
Was a sports minister. This sounds like another Western appointee right here. They got people on the council who don't even know who he is. Like, bro, we don't even know you. How are you becoming the new prime minister? How are they appointing you the new prime minister?
I remember when, what's his name, Wyclef tried to go down there and fix the country. He was down there for a minute. They started giving him death threats. He had to bounce out. Man. So this could be a Western, the Western's going to take him out like this.
Sports minister, man. What is that? From 2006, 2011, you haven't even held any high seats of power.
He's a sports minister?
He was a sports minister of that country from 2006.
He wasn't with Haiti shooting in the gym?
He wasn't with Haiti shooting in the gym. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't really see how this turns out any different than what's been going on, man. I think this is another appointee that the straw man they put in there to kind of help them continue to steal whatever mineral wealth that's in Haiti and just put him in. I think everyone knows that he's probably going to, hopefully it's not. Hopefully he can be a strong ruler. I'm not sure who helped appoint this man because obviously a lot of people don't know who he is. But
yeah, we're going to see, man. They've been doing Haiti so dirty. It's going to take a movement of people just to come down there and be like, look, we got you. We're going to help you out. People
ain't about to help them. Only people I see.
We can't help ourselves. We about to lose freedom of speech. What am I talking about? From a whole different country that ain't even from America.
Yeah. One other thing real quick. Not to go back to the Israeli thing. We can talk about it
on the next episode.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we can do the next one. There's no problems. Yo, Uncommon Courtesy, what do y'all think about this? What do you think about us losing the constitutional rights, Trump in court, menthol cigarettes, and everything else we talked about? Like, listen, subscribe, share. Let us know how you feel, man. It's Uncommon Courtesy.